land. Get off the ship and take a walk. Take any guitar and start your own band. Here you can sing, here you can talk, here you can say whatever you want. Here you can stay, become a mutant, just try to be nice. For hate there is no space, don't skate on thin ice. You better not run that race. The race of the trolls, the race of the hate. I will show you the poles. Don't hate, but create. Of the trolls, the race of the hate. I will show you the poles. Don't hate, but create.
We are live and we have our good friend, Peggy. How are you, Peggy?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm awesome because I'm here with you tonight. So this is going to be a great show as usual. Every time Peggy is here is just perfection. How are your dogs?
I feel pressured now, Critex. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. What did you say?
How are your dogs?
They're good. They're good. Yeah. One right over there, and the other one's eating.
Cool.
So I apologize for being a little bit late. Had to feed the dogs.
No worries about it. Let me say hello to the guys here in the chat, Peggy. We have our good friend Hiwata. Hi, Cryptex, Peggy in chat. How are you, Hiwata? Happy to have you here. Kimo Sabi is in the house. You told me that you were blocked. I didn't block you, so I don't know if one of my moderators blocked you, Kimo Sabi, but you are unblocked right now. We have Christopher from Australia riding kangaroos at this time. How are you, Christopher? Mother of Dragons. How are you, Mother of Dragons? Always a pleasure to have you here. We have Jar from Canada. This is a multinational channel. We have Peggy in US. We have Topher in Australia. We have people from UK. We have people from Zambia, Tanzania, everywhere in the world. So this is awesome. Colombia, for sure. Canada, awesome. So what are we talking about today, Peggy?
We are talking about trophies and souvenirs.
And specifically, we're going to start with Kegan Kline and his fetish, his sexual fetish about socks. And what is very interesting here is that remember that in the Delphi's case, there were two pair of clothing that were missing. We are talking about an underwear and a sock. So to put things into context, I'm gonna play a video from the channel. It's a crime and shame, and in that it's gonna be like a 7 minutes video, and we're gonna see a testimony of a person who was in contact with Kegan Kline when he was in jail. Actually, she was trying to catfish Kegan Kline, and we have information about Kegan Kline being sexually attracted to socks. That was his fetish. Let me ask you something here, Peggy. Mm-hmm. How many socks do you think Kegan Kline has in his collection?
I have no idea. You're referring to women's socks? I'm
victim socks or something like that. Socks in general, but yeah, trophies. Yeah. Let's say.
Whew, I don't know. I don't.
No.
I'll
This-
take a guess. I'll take a guess. 2 pairs.
More than that.
Okay. See, I'm
Go.
way off.
Continue guessing.
10,
More than that. Continue.
30,
More than that. Continue.
100.
More than that. Continue.
Oh my goodness. 100 pairs or 100 socks?
100 socks. More than that.
Okay, okay. 275.
All, yeah, in that range.
Okay.
So we're gonna learn on that here. So let me please play this video again. It's from the channel. It's a criming shame. It's a criming shame. I think it's for like 3 or 4 years ago, and we're gonna learn, or we're gonna remember, because maybe you guys in the chat you remember this. We know that Kegan Kline, he had a fetish related to socks. And again, one of the clothes that is missing in the crime scene is a sock. I think it's a sock from Libby. So when we talk about Kegan Kline, there are hundreds of coincidences, and this is one of them. So give me 7 minutes, guy. We're gonna play that video, and then we're gonna come back to the chat and we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So I'm gonna mute Peggy. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna play the video about Kegan Kline's fetish. Okay.
Okay.
Good, Peggy.
We're good.
He has a sock fetish. He has a sock fetish.
Okay.
All right. This is an excerpt from Kegan's letter to the person we were talking to. He says, I liked buying nice things when I could. I'm addicted to socks. I bought them every chance I could. I probably had 200 plus pairs. LOL. I love them. The other thing that he told this person was that he had an absolute fetish with socks.
Yeah, this was very interesting, Deb.
He had a fetish with socks, and that anytime he saw socks, he had to have them. And we know from the transcripts that they talked about items of clothing that were taken of the girls. One was undergarment and one was socks or a sock, which I thought was very interesting and really suspicious.
Right. You mean the Ron Logan warrant?
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ron Logan warrant. That's right.
So how did that come up in the conversation?
And the person just messaged me, and they were talking about things they collected.
That's right. Yeah. So the conversation was a natural conversation between two people, one of which was Kegan Kline. And whereas if I were to say, oh, I collect
Mm-hmm.
and
The other thing
so he collects socks.
Right.
Which,
Right. He did say that he had probably over 200 pairs of socks. So I know he's into the wrapping thing, and sneakers and socks and that kind of thing are very popular with young people.
Give them context.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
Me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, that's Kegan in jail. And someone that I know called him and had several long phone call conversations with him, and he wrote letters to her, and she found out a lot of information. So we talked about it at the first of the show, and there's a lot there, including, and I'll just leave you with this clincher, and then you can rewatch the show. He has a sock fetish.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably not the weirdest thing about him, but I mean.
Well,
So
it's
what's it mean?
interesting.
What's it mean? Wait, what is that?
It's interesting because that's one of the items they say was taken from the scene.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Callahan,
what makes-
Right.
sorry.
And if you've seen the unredacted Ron Logan search warrant, you could verify that or not.
I have not seen that. I mean, I thought just because it was a long word that it was down to, something a little more, even personal in socks or whatever. Not in that
Yeah, but like-
situation. Anything is personal, but
Yeah.
We'll just
What a
provide
weirdo.
you with the information and you just watch it. Play this for you here. I promised I would before we went off. I know it's a little bit loud because it was made in such a rush. So if your volume blows your ears, I'm sorry.
no.
So listen to the very start carefully because this is where all you're going to hear is hi. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I think first of all,
So, but the socks sound to me when I watched the video, I took the context of the socks as a much more sexual in nature.
That's very possible. Mhm.
Being like almost like like a fetish or like something that they were eroticized by. Is that a word?
Mhm.
Eroticized?
Right.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah.
So when when it came up that he said he had over 200 pairs of socks, the people, I was like, and I mean, we know that undergarments or panties or whatever, underwear, and socks, is something that people do find
Right.
sexually desirable in nature. I don't know. So I did
Mhm.
find that really interesting.
And a lot of people that end up as serial rapists, serial killers, etc., do start out by stealing ladies' undergarments. Usually,
Yeah.
they'll even go into a laundromat to do it. And I've read a lot of research on that. So
Yeah.
that's a tie-in for me. It's suspicious.
Okay.
All right. This is an excerpt from Kegan's letter to the person we were talking to. He says, I liked buying nice things when I could. I'm addicted to socks. I bought them every chance I could. I probably had 200 plus pairs. LOL. I love them.
Well, I think that was the introduction tonight, Peggy. What do you think about it? Tell me what is in your mind. On your
I mean,
mind.
I think I agree with Aspen for like the first time ever. Do you hear my dog howling outside, by the way?
Yeah, so cute. Let him
That is
out.
literally outside. I'm sorry.
No problem. That's
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I do believe, this is some sexual component with the garments, you know, and the socks. Like, why else would you be obsessed about socks? You know, I think he probably has a feet fetish, right?
For sure. He said himself he was addicted to socks. How can you be addicted to socks if it's not in a sexual way? I don't know. I don't know. I cannot understand any other type of addiction, let's say. And what do you think about the fact that one sock was missing in the crime scene? Do you see any potential connection here? Any potential relation?
Anything's possible. I'm so sorry. There he is. That's the boy. That's Max, everyone.
Max, you're so spoiled, Max. So cute.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
him there. That's part of the charm.
I'm gonna close my door. I'll be right back.
No worries. I'm gonna wait for you. Chester, crazy. What's going on in Mexico? Cryptex. Praying your family stays safe in Colombia. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a fucking field of war there. It's in Puerto Vallarta, I think. Colombia was like that when I was living in Colombia 20 years ago, or at the time of Pablo Escobar. It was the same. You could see the explosions, the shooting. What you are experiencing today in Puerto Vallarta, in Mexico, sorry, it is exactly what I was experiencing in Colombia, but for years at the time of Pablo Escobar. So we are watching that today in Mexico. It's one day. I experienced that during years in my country, and it's not an exaggeration. I was in the balcony with my family, and we could see the explosions every single day. It was just crazy. So let's see. I hope the things in Mexico and Puerto Vallarta are gonna be, I don't know, better. It's a very touristic place, so yeah. I hope people there are gonna stay safe. I don't know if the airports are working properly there, or if the airports are closed, but yeah, it's a really hard situation for sure. Fishy. Oh my God! Picture of fucking Kegan wearing women's socks. Oh, it's not gonna be sexy for sure. What do you think, Peggy? What do you think about that picture? Ah, sorry, you're muted. You're muted yourself, Peggy.
I said I do not want to even visualize that. That's
Oh, gross.
gross. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh
Oh.
man, Veronica is laughing. Oh, we have Skip Johnson again. Hey, Skip, I put again today the live we did with farmers, so it's back again. It was really cool to have you 2 days ago, right? So yeah.
That was a
no-
great live stream, Crypto.
Did you like it, Peggy?
Yes, I'm gonna watch it again.
Cool.
It was such a good conversation. A lot of topics. It's kind of like one of those, remember this, remember that. There's just so many of those moments in this case.
Skip is like the Wikipedia of Delphi. So every time you have Skip in your channel, it's just awesome. And you know what is great? When you have Skip in Farmer, they talk a lot. So I don't have to do anything. I just have to, guys, they do the show for myself. So it's awesome. Now, the Skip is like an encyclopedia for real. And he's very charming. Farmer is very charming as well. So yeah, it was great. So now the live streaming is back. I deleted the music because of the copyright stuff. My bad. I'm not very careful with that, but yeah, it's fine right now. Veronica, Veronica is saying that Richard Allen had a food fetish email handle. Ah, yeah. This is
Yes. Yep.
yeah. The Fuku. What was the name of the
Jack,
handle?
something for Jackal or something. I don't know. I'm probably
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. That's so.
Oh my God,
What?
I'm sorry.
Uh,
He just
Max,
literally opened the door.
Max is great. Let him. Let him be there.
I brought
He's
treats
awesome.
up here with me.
He's so cute.
Man.
Polly, he was a weird foot dude. Are you talking about Kegan or about Richard Allen? I don't know. Fishy, what's going on? I don't know. Noe is here. Ah, Noe. And now that you were with Kegan Kline in jail, did he tell you something about socks at the time? Do you remember anything about it? We have a first source of information when we talk about Kegan. So, Noe, please let us know, man, if you had any information about it.
I have a
Hiawatha.
question. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't there some type of fetish that Ron Logan had as well? Like
I
there
don't
was some
know.
drawer. He was like a bunch of, I don't know if it was women underwear or something like that. But he
I
had
don't
some,
remember
like,
that. Maybe. I don't know. I know about Kegan, the socks.
mhm.
For sure, the handle of the email of Richard Allen is suspicious. But about Ron Logan, I really don't know. I don't know. Hiawatha, Cryptex, it was like that in Colombia when they killed Pablo, not when they killed Pablo, before killing Pablo, because it was Pablo the one who was putting the bombs in Medellin. So all the explosions we had in Colombia, it was actually Pablo Escobar or the cartel of Cali, the Cali cartel. But what we are watching today in Puerto Vallarta, it was Colombia. And Peggy, I was watching that type of situation every single day during years. It
Wow.
was incredible.
I must,
We are
I must have
survivors.
totally missed the news. Something happened in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, they killed a mafia boss, and the
Oh,
cartel is so angry against the army that there are a lot of explosions,
wow.
fires. That city is like a zone of war, a war zone.
Wow.
It's crazy, and you know that there are a lot of tourists there. So
Yeah, I've been there.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Check the news. It's something.
Okay.
Fish is handling the chat. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Kelt, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people that I knew, they died on the streets just because there was a random explosion there or a random shooting. It's not a joke. Annalise said, Americans are instructed to stay inside in Puerto Vallarta. Canadians are told not to travel there. Yeah, Mexico became Colombia. The Colombia of the 80s is Mexico today. So, yeah, no, it's life. It's life, you know. Kurt, Kegan Kline likes the way pantyhose feel against his skin. Uh, don't want to think about it. Do you want to think about it, Peggy?
No, it sounds like BTK.
And by the way, Peggy, she had her homework. We're gonna play a presentation he made for us tonight. So after checking a couple of comments here, we're gonna go with Peggy's presentation. Polly, can anyone talk about Richard Allen parents being loaded millionaires? I don't know if Paul is a troll or if he's being serious. I don't know.
I think he's being serious.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and if that's if that's the case, this is a good question. Why didn't they hire a big attorney for their son? I think Baldwin and Rosie are big attorneys. I don't know. Noe, same in Matamoros, Mexico, on the border with my hometown, Brownsville, Texas. So I think Noe, he had the same type of experience. Yeah, violence is just crap. It's really crap. You're talking about the Skip. Yeah, it was really cool. We enjoy your presence as well. So, waiting for your presentation, Skip. You promised something in our channel. So something big is coming. A presentation that Skip Jansen is preparing regarding the Delphi case. So this is gonna be awesome. Veronica, Skip keeping the winner warm. I don't understand the joke, Peggy. Can you explain to me?
You want me to explain that joke?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I don't know what that's.
Peggy. You are my Google Translate. So do your job.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, literally.
No.
Mm-mm.
All right. So you're skipping that. Okay. No problem. Annalise, yeah, I think there's some friction with Polly in the chat. Chester,
Shockers.
Skip was amazing. Farmer, Skip, Cryptex, the Dream Team. Oh my God, those are big words. Yeah, I was inviting Peggy to be with us, but I don't know. And even Fishy. Next time we're gonna be all of us together for sure. Why not? Yeah, this is a good question. For Fishy, what happened with your channel? I think she's taking a break from the craziness of Delphi, maybe, but we miss your videos, Fishy, for sure. Please come back. So Veronica enjoyed our streaming. Thank you for that. I hope you are enjoying the streaming tonight as well. That's the So your dog Peggy behaves like Annalisette's dog.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, it's
Get
a
a
question.
husky. They said it will be fun, and I got to.
Oh my God. Annalisette, that woman who interviewed Kegan Kline, something came up about socks. Yeah, that's what we played at the beginning of the video, Anna. Okay. Mark and Betty from UK. How are you, Mark? And how are you, Betty? Just scrolling down, a lot of comments here, but this is good to keep the flow. Sistru, how are you, Sistru? Can you read the comment, Peggy?
Oh, supposedly found a bag containing women's underwear at Logan's. No idea if true.
That's what you heard, Peggy? Something
I
like
mean,
that?
I heard that, and I heard something with the laundry room, and then a drawer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what and that's like I think it. Don't quote me on this because I'm just going by my memory here, but I believe it might be something mentioned in the return of the search warrant or the actual PCA for the warrant. Like they they introduced the fact that there's missing clothes in the PCA, and I think that's the first time we all heard that, right? But I'm pretty sure there was some mention somewhere on the return of the search warrant, but I might be mixing it up with things.
I trust your memory. You're good with that. Annalise, allegedly, Ron Logan, when in prison, pleasured himself while saying the Delphi girls' names. I think he was saying Abby specifically. and that's according to the testimony of James Haas. Remember that the James
Mhm.
Haas was in jail or in prison with Ron Logan, and he wrote a letter where he talks about that situation. So yeah, you're right, Anna. Ron Logan allegedly, according to James Haas, was masturbating while saying Abby's name. So yeah, man. Yeah, that was crap, but we're here. We are here. Chibi, how are you, Chibi? Monday's here. Kegan Kline likes pantyhose over his head as he looks in windows. The ski mask incident, you mean? That's fine. Peggy, I love your dog. The perfect background tonight. Noe, Kegan told D from Peru that Derek German knew no declines. So according to Noe, there's some type of information coming from Kegan Kline talking to D that Derek German no declines. What would be the connection between Derek German and the Klines? Just curious about that. Do you have any idea? If that's the case, what would be the connection? Some motorcycle stuff, or I'm thinking, or drugs? I don't know. Just thinking. At the same time, I'm reading your comment. Yeah, this is live. This is a real live Shivi. This morning was a replay. Sorry for that, but when I did the original live with Skip and Farmer, I had a strike because I was playing some music, so I was dumb. But today is fine.
Were you playing the music in the beginning or the end?
At the beginning,
Okay.
in the middle, and
Okay.
at the end, 3 times.
Oh.
But it was just at the end when I had the strike. So yeah. Anyways, it was not wise. But anyways, the video is back and people were watching it this morning, so that's cool. Peggy, you have to explain me. I don't want to go to the Google. Come on.
Wiener?
Yeah, I don't know what's that. For real.
Okay. Wiener. Let's look at the word wiener. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what that's in reference to besides being a male part?
Not really.
Okay, it's a hot dog.
Ah.
A wiener is a hot dog.
Okay.
So
Understand now. Thank you for the explanation,
No
Peggy.
problem.
You're very well informed. So thank you for
I'm
that.
from Chicago, so that we have a lot of hot dogs here. That's our thing.
Devin Wilson. Yeah, sure. This is hearsay. So yeah, we don't know. Veronica is laughing, maybe because Peggy's explaining me tonight things that I should know, but I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Read it, Peggy, read it.
KK puts his pecker in socks for easy cleanup.
That's what I understood. I remember, for real. I was expecting to have this type of information in the video I played at the beginning, but I don't know why I had that in my mind. But I know that in that channel, the Sonny, what's the name of the girl? Sonny something?
Justice?
Sonny Justice channel. They made maybe 3 or 4 videos about this situation related to the fetish of Kegan Kline having that sexual addiction to socks, and maybe in one of them they were talking about what Veronica is commenting here tonight. But anyways, Mustang is here. Mustang, do you know who Mustang is, Peggy?
I do.
Yeah, it's Carter. We have some infiltration here. I'm just kidding, Mustang. Happy to have you here. Chester, tell us what is it.
Yes.
You meaning my good friend? This is the troll, of course. With
Oh,
the,
that's a troll?
I don't know.
Oh, what
Of
the
course,
heck?
the troll.
That looks more scary. Okay.
With the cryptex hat. So just to say that trolls are welcome, but
Where'd you get that at?
and Temu.
Where?
Temu? Temu? No,
Timo?
no, Timo, yeah.
Timo or yeah, okay.
Timo, yeah. So I'm just doing some type of experiments. I'm gonna have something more professional, but for now, this is the trolls hat. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's awesome. I want one.
I'm gonna send you one for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Maybe. What do you think? We continue reading the comments, or we go with your presentation and then we come back?
It's up to you. But if you do put can you please put it up? Because I had to download it on my phone and send it to you because I'm out of space on my computer. So,
Sure.
thank
Give
you.
me just 1 second
Sure.
here. Okay.
I'm trying to order another
hope,
computer.
I hope the resolution is gonna be good because the letter was a little bit
Let me see if I can try
small.
to. How about this? Okay. I might be able to do it actually, Cryptex.
Okay.
Oh, you go. Wait. Let me see what mine looks like. Is this better?
Are you presenting or I'm presenting?
I don't know.
Anyways,
You're
can you
anyway.
go ahead?
Let's see.
So you were the one who prepared this, so you are the one who's gonna start with the conversation here.
Okay. I'll just see if I could. Do you mind stop sharing? Because it's kind of.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Let me try on mine.
Sure. I'm gonna remove mine.
It says, we'll reconnect you when it's fixed. I don't know what that means. So yeah, we'll just go with yours.
Okay, but you can still read from your own
yes.
screen.
But
So,
if you can go back, I think there might be some slides, pages before this one.
yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Which is the first one?
The first one is supposed to be. Hold on.
I'm a mess tonight. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's not your fault that my computer sucks.
Mine too. It's time to change it for real. It's an old piece of crap. Still functional, but
Okay.
you can read from your.
I got it. I think I got it. Can you stop presenting?
Oh, yeah.
I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just had a refresh. That's okay. Here we go. Can you see?
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Oh, you were right. This is the first slide. Okay. So we're talking about trophies and souvenirs, right? So the difference, there's different definitions of this. So trophy taking refers to keeping items associated with the victims to relive the crime or represent dominance or control, while souvenirs can function similarly, but are more likely keepsakes that trigger memory of the act, right? So that's the difference here. In academic studies, the terms are discussed with some overlap, and the distinction isn't always absolute. Both relate to post-crime object retention linked to psychological reinforcement or ritualized behavior.
Okay, you have to explain me that because I'm kind of slow. at this point?
So the next slide, I think, kind of puts it in a little bit better perspective here. If I can, okay. So here's the difference between souvenirs versus trophies. So
Okay.
souvenirs are emotional reminder. Okay, so that's like taking something, like if you look at the word souvenir, if you go to like a baseball game, you're gonna buy perhaps a baseball ball, like a baseball itself, or like maybe bumper, like a sticker for your car, you know, different souvenirs. Or even if you go on a trip, right, you're gonna take something back. It's a memory trigger, and it helps relive feelings. While trophies, symbol of conquest, reinforces power and control and represents achievement. Okay, so like if you go to like if you go on a trip, right, and you buy a postcard, right, like that's not necessarily an achievement, right? So that would be a souvenir. But when it comes to true crime or a crime, the achievement would be, let's say, something from the crime, where it's a trophy. Does that make sense?
So when we are talking about rapists or about serial killers, we don't talk about souvenirs. We're always talking about trophies, if I understand properly, right?
Yes, for the most part, yes.
For the most part, okay.
So the psychology behind it is it's fantasy reinforcement cycle, desire for control and possession, and a compartmentalization of identity and its escalation behavior. So a lot of times, you know, like serial killers, you know how they kind of evolve. Like they don't sometimes take trophies from the beginning, right? So it's escalated behavior in some cases. All right. So we have some examples. So I had mentioned BTK killer, Dennis Rader. So he was born in 1945 in Kansas. He is an American serial killer who murdered at least 10 people in Kansas from 1974 through 1991. And then the keepsakes that he stole were from some female victims. And this includes clothing, underwear, driver's license, and personal items. And they were found hidden after his arrest. Okay, another example is Jerry Brudos, who unalived 4 women in Oregon. And this is 1968 to 1969. And he did have a fetish for women's shoes and lingerie, and that the police had found shoes, underwear, lingerie, and photographs related to his victims and crimes. He also photographed victims in various garments as part of his post-crime ritual. And I don't know, like, has anyone, I'm going to go back because there's a point I forgot to, let me just keep on going. I'll make all the points at the end. But okay, so this is one from Canada, Cryptech.
Canadian fellow.
Are you familiar with this name?
The coroner? That guy was just crazy. Fuck, insane. Yeah, go ahead. Of course I know him.
So this is not the quarterback, right? Russell Williams. So this is, like I said, 2007, 2010. And he broke into homes and stole women's underwear. And he kept hundreds of pairs. Hundreds. Right? And cataloged and photographed the underwear. And he started with like being a burglar, right? And I think I hear a lot of this is like, 1 second, I'll be right back.
Let's wait a little bit for Peggy to come back. Maybe.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here. I wanted my son was getting out of his room. I'm like, no, don't go in front of the door. Okay. So what I've heard, with peeping toms and people that kind of evolve over time, right? They usually start out as burglars or, like I said, peeping toms, and then the behavior gets worse over time. So this is a good example with Russell Williams. He was mainly a serial burglar, but he was also a sexual predator who escalated to murder. And he also had an underwear fetish. So, he would take underwear out of people's, women's homes and collect it. I'm not sure. I was trying to look, and maybe you can help with this point because you seem to be familiar with Russell Williams. I don't know if he would first collect the underwear and then come and commit the crime. Like maybe it wasn't enough, or if it was more of like something that just evolved around, over time. But that the key thing here is that his underwear theft was central to his psychological pattern.
No, for sure. And I don't know if you remember, there is a picture of Russell Williams, and he's dressed in women's lingerie, and it's kind of a little bit disturbing. And I don't know if you watch this movie, Mindhunter.
Yes.
And do you remember the scene where BTK is dressed in woman's underwear? It's kind of similar. It's like the same image between BTK and Russell Williams. And yeah, for sure, there's something not working properly in the mind of these guys when that type of fantasy escalates into murder. That's very interesting for sure.
Right. And I know exactly what scene you're talking about because that was really creepy, right? He's in the bathroom and his wife kind of caught him.
Yeah.
Doing that. That was, but I mean, it's like reliving. They're reliving their crimes through these things. So like the fact that, there is underwear and a sock missing from the crime scene is very concerning to me. I mean, if somebody took these things as a trophy, why weren't they ever found? Or, I mean, it's very possible, don't get me wrong, like they just never found it because the investigators just don't know how to investigate.
Yeah, but what they didn't find were items related to a very specific sexual connotation. You know what I mean? Jeans were not lost. Pullovers were not lost. Yeah. T-shirts were not lost. What was lost? An underwear and a sock. I really think this is kind of strange. I think there's a very potential, or there's a high possibility that the killer, well, one killer, I guess, he took the sock and the underwear as a trophy. Yeah, because we are not talking about gloves. You know what I mean? Those other items that are not sexually related were there at the crime scene. The ones that are really kind of sexual related, those items are missing. You know what I mean? It's just kind of interesting. I don't know if you have another slide or not.
I think I might have just one more. Let's see. Okay, the closing slide. The trophy taken isn't about the objects. It's not about what they're taking necessarily. It's about power, control, fantasy, and psychological reinforcement. Just kind of like what we were talking about, right? Like to relive it, to remember, and I mean, the act alone is about power and control. So that just kind of really makes sense. And that is the last slide. I mean, there's more examples, and I'd be interested in to hear what the chat has to say, because I do know that there's a lot of serial killers that have taken trophies.
It was a great summary.
Thank you.
I want to take advantage of that type of summary you made because, okay, today we're talking about Kegan Kline being addicted to socks, being a sock collector. I want to know, how was he collecting the socks? So I have an idea, but I want to see if you have any idea on your mind, Peggy, about it.
Well, I do know that there's people that do sell socks and underwear. It's like a whole it's a whole thing, you know.
Traffic, yeah.
I mean, there's certain countries I heard that you can buy these things in vending machines, to tell you the truth, like worn underwear and worn socks. Like it's a big market. So
It's a big market.
I would, you know, that would be my guess, that he purchased it, or you know, he took some. Maybe he's a peeping Tom. Those are like my two thoughts on that.
Okay, and if he was buying socks, how would be the way to buy socks from the victims? Or yeah,
I mean, they could, you know, the victims could just be looking for money and they will sell it to them. There's also like websites that you can buy these things from random people. I don't know if that would be personal or an achievement for him per se, but there's a lot of different options. I mean, like my friends and I joke around, or we used to, like, yeah, if I lose my job, I'm gonna sell these things. You know, it's just a joke, because obviously it is a thing. It is. And for the record, I've never sold any of my underwear, so just saying. But it's a joke, you know, it's a thing. There's like a whole market of people that do this, you know.
It's a whole market. And we know that Kegan Kline, he was a very transactionary, I don't know what's the word in English, but he was making monetary transactions with his victims. Again, I want to come back because I like to do this type of correlations, or to connect dots somehow. One of the questions I was asking myself always in this case was, why was Kegan Kline sending money to Libby? So again, I know I repeat myself a lot, but it is important to remember basic stuff here, because people tend to forget important stuff. We know that sentence from the transcript of Kegan Kline. We have the money, the Anthony Shots money account going to Libby's. So we know that Kegan Kline was sending money to Libby, and this is supported by the testimony of the other victim in the CSAM case that was not related to Delphi, where she was talking about how Kegan Kline instructed her to use the Cash App application to receive money from Kegan Kline. So just to say that Kegan Kline was sending money to his victims here. So what if Kegan Kline was sending money to the girls to buy socks? I don't know. Now I think this is something that is possible. We know that letter that we just saw at the beginning of the live streaming today. Kegan Kline told us, I'm addicted to socks. We know that Kegan Kline was sending money to his victims. We know that he had more than 200 pairs of socks. And we know that one sock is missing from the crime site, from the crime site or the crime scene in Delphi. So I don't know, guys, I'm just formulating some type of hypothesis. Maybe he was buying clothes from the underage girls he was contacting, and maybe not only to pleasure himself, but maybe to sell those items to other clients. So something weird. I know that today we're talking a lot about Epstein and stuff like that, but I think he was able to create that type of pedophile network, and maybe he was buying socks, underwear, clothing in a very cheap way, because the victim that he was gave her testimony, he was talking about $10. So let's say Kegan was paying $10 to the victim to obtain a sock, and then he was selling that sock or that underwear by, I don't know, $200, $300. I'm just speculating here.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say here, Peggy? What do you think? Am I being too crazy or?
I don't think you're being too crazy. I think I see two separate scenarios here. I see a scenario where this is one of his little hustles, because I do believe he was a hustler and he was involved in various different things, and if he is a pedo. So I could see him exploiting people this way. I also can see, someone removing these items as a trophy as well, especially, like we look at the Kegan Kline angle. If he has an obsession and he's addicted to socks, why not take? But here's the thing where I kind of struggle. It's like, why not take all the socks then?
Yeah, good point. We are very late in the chat. Do you want to come back to the comments?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. Okay, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna go from the latest one. Okay, you can read it, Peggy.
That was the cover up from the Patties. They didn't want this information coming out because it would ruin the reputation and integrity of Libby.
Yeah, if there was a monetary transaction between Kegan Kline and Libby, 100% with you. Maybe they were trying to keep their reputation and the integrity of Libby. I don't know. It's not crazy.
No, it's not crazy at all, because I mean, they were, there's a lot of rumors out there, and I don't want to repeat them all, but a big one was that Bree and Kelsey were hiding something, and that is something that Bitterbeat Poet always thought, and they didn't want this to come to light. And it could be nothing. It could be just teenagers doing teenage things, right? Like, we all grew up and we all have made, probably, at least I have. I've done some crazy things. I haven't talked about the raves yet, but but you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see why you want to keep your family and a victim to not look in a negative manner, even though it, a normal person would probably say, hey, that is a normal, typical teenage behavior.
Exactly.
We're trying to preserve the integrity. So I agree with that.
Yeah. 100%, Peggy. I wanted to say something and I lost my. Anyways, it's gonna come back to my mind. What about this one? This comment from Judy. Go ahead, Peggy.
Okay. How do you know what the girls had on to know what's missing?
It's in the search warrant document from Ron Logan. So that's public information.
Yeah, that's the Ron Logan. Yep.
Exactly. Let me scroll down. Skip. You are the reader tonight, Peggy. I don't have my glasses.
That's okay. I have one contact in, so okay. What we make a good pair here, Crypto. Okay, Skip says, what's it called when gals intentionally leave their undies at your place asking for a friend? Oh yeah, that means that they want you to call them back. So it means they like you.
And sister is saying dementia. Okay.
Hi,
What
Hoosier.
about what about this comment from Annalisette? Go ahead, Peggy.
Something is off in this case. I think the girls and other underage kids are protected. Okay. But it makes the prosecution of RA look suspicious.
Yeah. Interesting. Sunflower.
In all of RL's property, there was only one bullet. LOL. That is a good observation here, because there's a lot of people that would go in that area and target shoot, and there's just one bullet.
Is that correct? Is that a correct
I believe. I
information?
mean, that's the only thing that I've seen entered into evidence.
We know that there was one bullet at the crime scene,
Mhm.
but I would be surprised in the whole Ron Logan property there was just one bullet, and we know that some people used to go there to hunt. There are some how do you call it, Peggy? The deer chairs, the deer
Deer stands.
near to the Ron Logan's property. So I wouldn't. I would be really surprised if there was only one bullet in the whole Ron Logan property. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And didn't that one? I think he's the one of, I forgot his name. If Noe's still in here, maybe he can shed some light. But there's a trooper that did find bullets and took them to the defense. Do you remember that?
In where? Took him to the defense?
I guess that he went back to the area not till later after the crime, and like 2017, and he was walking around, and I believe he said he found bullets or shells around the area. Now, I don't know if it was on Ron Logan's property or not, but in the area he said that there was a lot of bullets, I believe.
Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah, I remember something like that for sure. Kimosabi.
Libby lost a shoe before crossing the creek. If the one sock that is left is clean, sock was lost crossing the creek.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, why the sock, not the shoe? It's kind of very, how can I say, coincidental, very convenient. I don't know. I don't buy it. When we talk about a sock and an underwear piece of clothing, to me those are very specific pieces of clothes. So I don't buy it for real.
Can you
Anyways,
take the next one, Cryptex? My son's calling me, so I'll be right back.
say hello to your son. So Peggy's son is calling to say hello to you guys in the chat. I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. I don't have my glasses. I'm so freaking blind. Charles, you know what's funny? People never respond with an answer. They just say you're wrong. You are wrong, Charles. You are wrong. Just kidding. Just kidding. I always say that I may be wrong. And what I'm formulating here as a theory in this case is just speculation. It's just cryptics trying to connect dots. But of course, I may be wrong 100%. Let me, okay.
Okay. Okay. Abby's underwear rolled up in her jeans, and on the scanner, they said they found ladies' undergarments under the bridge. So was there really underwear missing? So Abby's underwear rolled up in her jeans.
Yeah, but I think the underwear may be from Libby, the one who is missing, not the one from Abby. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Chester is saying that I'm amazing. So Chester, I don't take compliments too well, and I don't take criticism too bad. Trying to stay in a good state of mind and equilibrium here. But thank you anyways for your comment. You cannot prove a negative. That's
That's a good comment.
a good comment. Can try to go back. Oh, people are putting some pressure on Skip Johnson. Look at this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No pressure, Skip. No pressure. But you can call if you want. We wouldn't be mad. Peggy, go ahead.
So Fish says, see, you could just control after or whatever search for whatever you're saying is in there and show it to us, but I can't do that. The same for the absence of it. I think she's saying proving a negative.
I think so. I think Fishy is still in the proving the negative band or van. Okay. Okay. I would like to have the answer from Noe. I don't know if we missed his comment, but I want to know if Kegan told him anything about the socks. But that's a to-do for you, Peggy. It's a homework.
Okay.
Okay. Analyzet. I'm gonna wait for Peggy because I'm seriously blind, guys.
Okay, I'll write that. I'm texting knowing.
Yeah, no rush.
Okay.
Years don't come. Yeah, go ahead.
Anna Lisette. I like how you say Anna Lisette, though. Can you say Anna Lisette first?
Analyzet.
Okay. After years of being told by LE that the 43-second video is chilling and shows a crime in progress, I am not sure what I see. Doesn't look or sound like a crime happening, in my opinion.
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember that sentence about the stuff of nightmares?
Yes. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yep.
I mean that may be subjective, but what we see is not a stuff of nightmare. In my opinion, we know what happened after, or we speculate about what happened after that video, but in the video itself, we cannot see any type of stuff of nightmare, in my opinion. But sometimes we see the same video, we hear the same audio, and we understand a total different thing. That's the charm of this community, you know.
Right.
Fishy.
Okay. Going off of memory, but also putting it in quotation marks is wild.
That's an awesome comment, Fishy. I love it. Fishy is awesome. Okay, Mustang is back. Oh, we have Skin Row in the house. How are you, Skin Row? Happy to have you here. Sistru, go ahead, Peggy.
This is why I don't believe they were ever put into a car. They were taken under the bridge. So I think there was another comment where they found some clothing or something under the first trestle or the first trestle.
Okay.
So I'm curious if he or she could elaborate on that as to from which side, right? From the south side or the north side?
Yeah, that was Sistru. Holman confirmed there was evidence under the bridge at first trestle. Yeah, and Sistru I don't know if he's a girl or a guy, but she has a very good memory. She has like the facts right away here in her
Yes.
mind. It's awesome, really, for real. Um, okay,
LOL, I was following suit.
what is
I was
that?
like agreeing.
Okay, Charles.
There was a deer blind on Logan's land. Why do y'all keep forgetting that?
Exactly. So that means it is very possible that there were a lot of bullets in Ron Logan's property, but maybe just one bullet in between the girls. Okay, sister is a guy.
I think he told me that before too.
Okay, sorry, I have to guess. Good to know that, sister. Analyset. How should I pronounce analyset?
Just like that, because it's awesome. I like
Okay.
how you say it. Don't change it. Okay. A TV guy reporting live from the north side described clothing right before where he was standing at the edge of the bridge. Yes.
Mhm.
So the north side, that's interesting. So he saw clothing, probably what? That downstream or upstream? I always get that mixed up. I think it's downstream. No?
I
I
think
don't
so, yeah.
Okay.
Anna.
And then go ahead, say it.
Anna, I'm gonna say Anna. That's it.
No. Okay, Anna Lisette. Also, on a police scanner, there was a report of women's underwear under the bridge, whatever that means.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember the scanner audio. Shibi, tool mark is junk science. I
Yeah.
think he's comparing that to the bullet junk science as well. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think it's equivalent to bite mark. Bite mark,
And,
science.
and a lot of people were convicted with that. I don't know why I was thinking about bite marks. Sorry, my bad. Okay.
Wasn't that what serial killer was that? Charles will know. The cute one. Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy, yeah. You have to read this comment.
Okay.
In a very serious way.
Okay. Cryptex. You pronounced my name correctly. It is a French spelling, though I am primarily Russian Polish.
I knew I got it right. I knew I got it right. So it's analyzed. We have Monday again here. Okay. Let me. Chester is sending hearts to Peggy. We have a troll.
So this is holding two dicks. I'm sure he is. Texting Noe. He's been banned from places for stalking Abby's mom. You ain't team A and all.
Anyways. Critical thinker.
Okay. Anna Lisette?
Yep. Go ahead.
I agree. I don't have the video showing anything nightmares are made of. To me, it sounds like she's telling someone that's never been there where to go.
Yeah, again, I agree. I don't see anything about the stuff of nightmares. So, yep, 100%. So, I don't know. I want to see people talking about the socks because that was the subject of tonight. And if the guys in the chat, do you think there was a potential link between the Kegan Kline's addiction and the fact that a sock is missing from the crime scene, but I'm just
When Noe
curious.
and I went to the bridge, there was two socks like randomly to the left of the bridge. Two black socks. I have it on my video.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of, do you ever see like shoes on the side of the road? Like, how do people lose shoes on the side of the road?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know. Let's think about some possibilities. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of disagree with Anna Lisette a little bit here, but only because we know what the outcome was. So when that video was released, I could not play it. Like, it was so weird. Like, I wanted to see this video for so many years, and maybe I'm just like a little baby. I'll admit it, but it was scary for me to play this video.
Yeah.
You know, it really was. It took me
Yeah.
like all day to play it. I just like knowing the outcome, you know.
Mhm.
So I could see maybe that's where somebody who is biased, who's been part of the investigation, would say this is what nightmares are made of. But if you look at it at face value, and if you don't know anything about the case, no, I can see it's not, you know, for face value, what was on the video was not necessarily what nightmares are made of. So I see it both ways.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Good comment, Peggy. There's like a duality there. You cannot. I got your point. Digital is having some type of interactions with Charles, but I don't see digital comments. I see Charles. Did someone block digital? I want to see what are you talking about, guys, here. And for some reason, I cannot see digital comments.
Yeah, I
but
can't either.
I'm just curious. I think it's being a little bit shaky in the chat for some reason. But anyways, Chester is talking about Tucson, Arizona, the Nancy Guthrie case.
Mm-hmm.
They are finding several random things. Yeah. Yeah, people, please be kind. We can talk here in a civil way. It's a safe territory. So just stay civil here, guys. Okay. That's. I think Charles is making some noise. I don't know if it's a good noise or a bad noise in the chat, but
it's a Charles noise.
It's Charles. It's a Charles noise for sure. Digital. Okay, Skin Roll. Go ahead with the Skin Roll, Peggy.
Okay, so Skin Roll says, cops say crap like that because they want to think they have a reason to be scared and are only safe because they protect us.
Yeah.
But remember, there was no, threat to the community at all. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah, 100%.
No. They allowed the people to come to their own conclusions.
That's why we are here today, talking about the case. Yeah. Okay. Anna.
Okay. Concerning the Nancy Guthrie case in Arizona, sometime we need to discuss how useful are videos of crime scenes. Delphi video, not too useful. Arizona video has produced the offender, etc.
Has not.
Oh, has not. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but the technology is not the same. There are almost 10 years, from 2017 to 2026. So I imagine that the resolution and the quality of the videos today, of course, is gonna be based on the device that is taking the image, the video, or the picture. But every single day, week, month, the technology is just like one step above the last month. So imagine 10 years from 2017 to 2026. I don't know if we can compare the resolution of the devices. But anyways, I don't know. I'm not very familiar.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
What was it? An iPhone 6
Yeah.
took a pretty damn good quality video, if you ask me. I was shocked when I had seen that.
Yeah. But what we are watching is the interpolated, manipulated video or the original one.
That's a good point, because we don't know, because
We don't
they
know.
didn't
We
release
don't
all of
know.
them. And that's
Exactly.
a whole nother conversation.
That's a good subject for like 3 hours of.
Yes.
Yeah, my God. So yeah, Skinrow, he has a good conclusion, and I agree with him. And not only Todd, Holman, Carter, and all of them, idiots, incompetent people. Oh my God. Charles is agreeing with Digital about something. I don't know. Anna, go ahead, Peggy.
My point about the video is creeps or potential creeps get videoed at these major crimes, but those videos don't solve the crimes.
Not always, but sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Digital.
I mean, Kohlberger's video of his car, I think, really put a nail in the coffin, if you ask me, because they were able to identify that vehicle and put him, I'm talking about
the guy Mangione, the one who killed Tony Mangione.
no, Kohlberger or whatever. Yeah, like the Idaho.
No, I know what you.
Oh.
But there are a lot of cases where the videos are a main proof of the crime. I disagree here with Anna. Okay, Charles is having a conversation with Shibi. Anna, again, go ahead. I love Anna's comments.
Okay. Actually, if the Delphi girls were abducted at the south side of the bridge, the whole crime scene would start at that point. That is true.
Where the abduction started? Yeah, I think Anna's right. Yeah. I will give you that point, Anna, for sure.
But what is that in relation to? Is that because of the bridge video not being released?
No, I think her point is that the video is not a proof that the girls were abducted.
Oh, okay.
The video is not a proof that Bridge guy is part of the crime. So I of course, when we do our connections and when we try to make sense of the crime, we can conclude that Bridge guy was part of the crime, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But being just, I don't know, using the reason and being just fair, or I don't know what's the proper word to use here. Anyways, the video doesn't prove that the guy on the bridge is part of the crime at all. And that's the point of Anna, and I agree. even if in my theory, Bridge guy is one of the actors, I understand your point. You're right. This is the same comment, or kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the same point.
We have Big JD.
She says, I still have questions about the families on South Side.
She's very solid in that aspect, and she has a theory about the families living in that area being connected to the crime. She has a very good thread in Reddit. I actually made a good video using Big J theory. It's awesome. She has some good information. So yeah, I agree. And you know, Peggy, there's a TV show. It's a new one called His and Hers. Do you know that? It's a thriller.
No.
It's so good, and there's a crime similar to the Delphi's crime, and
His and Hers.
His and Hers is with John Bertrand. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about you in the next opportunity, because I was making some connections. Watching that TV show is just crazy. Just came to my mind. Big J.
There
Go
are
ahead.
20 people. There are 25 people that are all related. What lot that live there, and nobody knows they're related.
So she's talking about the Sandy Force. She's talking about there's some type of cultish situation there, which is very, very interesting. I love her theory. It's kind of a conspiracy theory for sure, but it's very interesting, and it makes sense at some point. Anna, I don't find Brad Weber's testimony to be impressive. I thought the defense would tear him apart, but nothing happened. The defense attorneys, they didn't do a good job at all. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, the judge, she was not helping. There was an FBI agent that was supposed to testify to say that the timeline of Brad Weber was fabricated, and he was not allowed to testify because he was sick, and he wanted to testify via Zoom.
Right.
Yeah, that's crap.
It is.
But
and like there was a patriotic component to that. Like wasn't he like a election official?
Yeah. He had coronavirus or something like that. COVID.
Yeah, I think he was sick, and he was saying that because it was the voting, it was like right around that time the election was going on. Yeah. And he had a prior commitment as well. So there was a couple reasons going on, but like, you know, COVID, I'm glad he brought that up, because look at how many court that allowed the webcams going on during COVID. But, you know, now, you know, supposedly, you know, COVID has, I mean, I don't want to even get on the COVID discussion here, but I mean, it, you know, like now that, you know, why can't you use being in, you know, telecommunications as far as like a WebEx or whatever? Why isn't that allowed? Why did she deny that? But they were allowing that during the whole COVID process. You know, I think that is crazy to me. He had two valid excuses, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. But without going there, what do you think about the COVID situation? What's your point?
That's the. I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. That's very political.
I know. But I'm gonna tell you my experience. I had COVID, and I was at the point to die. It was
Wow.
the scariest experience in my life. But I had two really scary experiences, and one of them
Wow.
was with COVID. So I really take COVID seriously, but I understand what people think about it. So
When did
anyway,
you get it? Was it from the beginning? Was it the first variant or like the first?
no, and actually I was already vaccinated, and I was
Okay.
traveling from Montreal to Colombia,
Uh-huh.
and I think I got it in the plane, because when I was at the airport
Uh-huh.
I did a, how can you call it, a scale, because no, I actually did Montreal, Miami, Colombia, and when I was in Miami I was feeling really sick.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't breathe properly. Then Miami to Colombia was the worst. It was like 4 hours trying to breathe. I was, oh my God, I cannot breathe at all. So then when I was in Colombia, I went directly to the hospital, and I was there
Oh,
like for 1 week. They wanted to intubate me, to intubation.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, I said, no, I cannot do that. So anyways, it's a long story, but I was like asphyxiated. I was not sleeping for almost 7 days.
Oh,
I was
wow.
having hallucinations, because
Oh,
when you
wow.
don't sleep, I couldn't sleep at all. 7 days it was really crap, and asphyxiated. At the end, it passed, but it was scary for real.
I
Anyways,
got COVID on a plane too.
yeah.
Yeah. I was at a business meeting and with a bunch of Singaporeans, and they have this like in their culture at dinner or whatever, they do this thing
Yeah.
where they like scream and do like a toast, and everyone was screaming in this restaurant, and all these germs were going all over the place. And it was funny. I was on a plane ride home, which was like the day before my birthday, and I started feeling loopy. And I'm like, okay, maybe it was the drink that I just had. And I was like, whoa. And like by the time I got in my car and drove home, I was like, I need to separate from everybody in my house. Like I just knew I had it. And it was the first time I had it. So I got it twice. But yeah, it was probably shouldn't have been in a room with a bunch of people yelling and toasting.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
But anyways, it is what it is. Tougher COVID come from a lab. Yeah, I think it's very possible for sure.
The bats, right? And the bat.
They were fabricating a virus, and the virus just, there was a leak in the lab. That's what
China.
China. Anna, listen.
Okay. You want me to take this one? I had a large household in 2019. We got the first round of C. Chinese university students came to Washington State in October. Several got terrible pneumonia and died. Wow.
Yeah, that's a serious stuff. Anyways, I don't know. Peggy, maybe it's time to wrap up.
I think so.
Was so
This
cool
was-
to have
this
you
was
here
great.
tonight.
Hmm?
It was so cool to have you here tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I really do. I want to, after this, I'll check in and see what was going on in the chat completely.
It was
But
fun.
no.
It was
Yeah.
fun with the guys in the chat. So yeah, I think it's gonna be all for tonight. Thank you guys in the chat, all of you. And this is a very important comment from Paradox. Smash the like on the way out. For real. So see you guys. See you, Peggy. Thank you so much. It was
Bye.
cool.
Thank you.
We're gonna be back soon. Ciao, guys.